the podcast thing this evening or no? Let me know. Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Hi and welcome. You are now listening to the podcast Returning to Jorsal. In this podcast we will be discussing everything about the voyage, all from ideas, visions and current plans. Today I am here with Jon Malvin.
And who are you?
I am Johannes, yes, and I am from Voss. Currently I am studying medicine in Bergen, or right now I am actually at Substans, the Bible school. Yes. Who are you?
I am Jon Malvin, and I am project manager or leader for this project. Johannes, when was the first time you heard about the journey?
I think it must have been this Easter, actually. It was at Outcry at Voss. So I think I just heard that there is this ship going from Bergen to Israel with youths from all over Norway, and I thought it was really special. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you came and you were kind of enthusiastic and wanted to help, and we talked about that podcast was a thing that we needed.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for starting this, and
thank you for
that you're going to do a podcast for us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think this podcast will be a lot about sharing things around the trip, sharing ideas, sharing visions, having guests, and there has been much story behind this trip. It's not that someone just one day came up with an idea of going to Israel. It's been really many links going together, hasn't it?
So true.
Yeah,
and it's so hard to explain everything in just like 2 minutes. So why not make a podcast area? And hopefully, because this journey is so much more than just a sail tour.
Yeah.
And so hopefully people will learn also a lot when they listen to this podcast.
Absolutely.
And understand more and more why we're supposed to do this and why you're supposed to come.
Yeah. Okay, so I think many people wonder about how are the plans currently for the trip.
Maybe people thought actually there was not.
Yes.
Yeah, because we start out with a plan and a schedule, but now we had to change the plans a bit. And guys, this is the first amazing news in this podcast is that we have a new schedule, we have a new assignment with the boat, and everything is now ready. And of course, there will be a tour next year, and we have the new dates and everything, and people can also sign up for the trip actually in these days.
Wow!
So you wonder about it?
Yeah. So what's the new schedule?
Yeah, that's true. So I guess many are curious about the new schedule, and we were supposed to go last summer, but now we had to change a bit. So what we're doing now, we are kind of splitting the tour in two. So there will be one journey, one stage, like the first stage, pre-stage, will be from 28th of May until 2nd of June next summer, when we go from Oslo to the National Jubilee of the Christian Laws in Mostar. Where we're going to have this letter of thanksgiving and apology and this peace message that we're going to bring back to Israel. But then Christian Radich is doing the summer season. And then 1st of August, we are starting again out from Bergen. And we will go a month and almost a month and a half, a little bit more actually. So we'll go from 1st of August and then arrive in Haifa, Israel on the 17th of September. Someone might wonder, okay, are you arriving in Haifa? Don't you know it's a war in Israel right now? And we do know. So, of course, we also know that, in 1 year, the situation in the Middle East changes a lot. So we of course we hope, and that's what we believe and pray for, that next summer, next year at this time, the situation in Israel will be very different from what it is right now. If there is a war like now, we can, of course, not go to Haifa, and we have to go as far as we can, and that's Cyprus. So that is currently, if we were going right now, we had to end the trip in Cyprus. And then find some way to deliver this letter. But hopefully...
Let's hope and pray.
We arrive Haifa next summer, the 17th of September. After being visiting these 6 cities on the way.
Which are?
London, which is the first destination, and then we go to Santiago de Compostela in Spain, and then we go to Lisbon, and in each of these places we have a 2 days program. It's going to be amazing. And then we go from Lisbon to Ibiza. We go to Ibiza, from Ibiza to Palermo in Sicily, and then we go the longest stage, which is from Palermo to Haifa. And then from Haifa, we travel up to Jerusalem, which is the end and the goal of a journey.
Yes. So we shall have a separate episode with the vision carriers later on. But I wonder, you said that it's not just an idea behind this trip. It's in fact quite a long story and many things coming together. But could you say like a few things about the story behind this?
Purpose, and to try to do it very, very quickly, I would say, we're supposed to go in the wake, in the same path as this ancient king, which is called King Sigurd Jordsalfarer. It means there was this Norwegian king who went to Jerusalem in 1108 to help the king in Jerusalem, it's said, but it was a crusade. And as we are going back, we will try to take the same route as he did, but maybe do the opposite, like do it in the opposite spirit in a way, which means like instead of trying to forcing the Christian faith or like on people, and this is a tour where we want to demonstrate the true meaning of the cross or the gospel. It means that we are going to bless people, we are going to serve all the way to all these nations and all the way back to Israel. So you can say it's a peace journey, it's a blessing tour. It is also a reconciliation tour because we try to kind of go back to history and learn from history and pave a new way for the future. Did that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So in each of these cities that we are stopping, where we have a program where we're kind of lifting up the wonderful message of the gospel of peace between heaven and earth. We also want to demonstrate that, by doing some acts of goodness, and love has to look like something, and we also want to lift up worship and praise, believing that this is what Europe needs right now.
I also heard one thing about this trip that I thought was really beautiful, that you were going to have these shifts or watches with prayer or worship all through the journey. Is
Definitely.
that right?
That's the point. Everybody has to participate in the sailing of the ship, 4 hours on, 8 hours off, and then 4 hours on. But then we say we add 1 more hour, and that's the hour that each one has to take 1 hour in the prayer room. Either leading worship or he's been praying. So we're going to pray as we go to Europe. We're going to pray for the places, the cities, the people, and we're going to go back to Jerusalem with the prayer and worship and blessing.
Powerful.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's. There's a song saying there's prayer. There's a lot of power in those folded hands.
Yeah. So, how will it look like the worship and the prayers in the cities? Will it be on the streets, or will you have like small services?
We're coming together with brothers and sisters that the connections we have, churches we are involved with, and the worships like service we want to have in a significant place in each city, and in many of the city we have some exciting locations.
Okay.
For example, I don't want to mention all, but for example in Lisbon, there's this wonderful castle, which kind of and on the top of this castle there is a big what can you call a square where you can see the whole city beneath, and that is our dream location.
Now I feel like I really want to join the Lisbon part.
But also in London, we're going up the Thames.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be in the heart of London, and where there is this we're docking side by side of this museum, like a ship, an old warship called MS Belfast. Right under under this the Tower Bridge. It's gonna be epic. And in the end, the goal is also like, I don't know if I mentioned that, but to go back to Jerusalem, also saying that the gospel, this which has blessed us so much, our nation and our nations. We have in Norway, it's been like 1,000 years. So we say we have benefited from this blessing for 1,000 years. So now it's time that we go back with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So Johannes, so who should listen to this podcast, do you think?
I think, of course, those who are interested in joining the voyage, but also I think others as well, because hopefully we will be touching many different subjects which are larger than only the trip itself, I think.
Definitely, and so what kind of subjects or topics, will we?
I think we will discuss, of course, visions and plans, but also I think the story behind, look at it in a historical perspective.
Definitely, we're gonna talk about the Christian laws. We're gonna talk about definitely about Romans 11, about mission, about but also about Israel, of course, anti-Semitism. There is so many things connected to this tour that is like super interesting and super relevant. And also do you know what Aliyah is, for example?
Yeah, you've mentioned it. Returning to Israel, is it?
Yeah, people who return to Israel. So that's definitely a key thing to talk about. What is actually why returning to Israel, like why returning to Jerusalem? What is supposed to return to Jerusalem? The return of Jesus.
Yeah.
And who? I don't know. It's going to be some known names and some of the people that is just involved in the whole project. Hopefully we're going to talk with very interesting leaders that has special competence in those areas that we're talking about. People have to see.
Yeah. So as we have discussed today, we have a brand new schedule for the trip, and also, is it possible to sign up for the trip yet?
It definitely is. I probably should say hurry while there still are available places. But for now you can go into our homepage, returningtoyoursoul.com, and please, we want people to sign up as the sooner the better, because it's really great to also start having people to fill up the ship at this time. And I'm excited to see who who will come on board these days. But I think also because it's a good thing to actually just decide that you want to be a part of this, and then people need to prepare for this tour as well. I think both mentally, but also like start saving. You can sign up now, and then you pay the deposit in a couple of months, and then you can split it up so you can pay. And we also we don't want people actually to pay the whole thing themselves. We actually want them to be supported, because we want we want the people that is going. We want the whole of Norway to stand behind, and so people also need time to get supporters and start this process. So sign up now.
Yeah. So in a few weeks, as we just mentioned, there will be a new episode about the vision carriers, but also we just recorded an episode on the war in Israel, and Jon Malvin and Marianne, they were there when it started, so it was a really good episode, and I look forward to we will release it.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned. We'll see you.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.